Okay, now we're going to change this strip. We've made something that looks like a herringbone, but it is not the proper size for use in guitar building. We don't want something that's almost 600 thousandths in width. So we need to change this if we're going to use it for a back strip or something to go around a sound hole so that it's closer to a guitar dimension. Now you could do that from the start, but we're working from what we have. So we'll go back and change the layer sizes, which will change all of these relationships. Now we're going to need to pick a different material for that. We have to use something that's practical for building, which will be our black dyed material. And we're going to choose 20 thousandths. I'm going to do the same thing for the other black layers. Layer 3, (20 thousandths), and layer 5, (20 thousandths). So you can see what we're doing here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. This is the black dyed material, and I changed each one of these layers. Okay, now let's work with the layers that have patterns. So now I click on layer 2, which is this layer, and remember this layer has patterns inside of it. That's what this little triangle means, that these two patterns exist in this layer. Now I want the layer overall thickness to be less, to be more like what I'm going to use for guitar building. So I'm going to go from 200 thousandths down to 80 thousandths. And I'm going to do the same thing for layer 4, which is this layer. And remember, this layer has two patterns inside of it. So I choose 80 thousandths. Now the overall height is 220 thousandths, which is more usable and actually more practical in guitar building. But this is pretty bold. I want to make something finer, so I'm going to have to affect the patterns. So I'll click on pattern 1. I scroll down here and look at my ebony and realize, well, I could go as thin as 60 thousandths, but maybe I want to use black dyed veneer. It's going to stand out a little bit more. So I'm going to change to black dyed veneer. I'm going to pick 40 thousandths. And you can see how that affected here. And for pattern 2, I'm going to keep the maple, and I'll choose 40 thousandths for that as well. So remember, these two patterns live within this layer, which is layer 4, which is this layer. Now I'm going to do the same thing to layer 2. Layer 2 has these two patterns just as layer 4 did. I choose pattern 1, change to the black dyed veneer, choose 40 thousandths, choose pattern 2, change to 40 thousandths, and there I have a fine herringbone. Zoom back out to kind of make it look about the size that it'll be. And there we have it. Now, this 22.5-inch length is enough for a backstrip on a guitar, but maybe not enough for getting around the guitar, so I could change it to other lengths and then go ahead and put the order in. And we'll talk about that next.